And you know I'm going live. And we're live. Let me see. Oh, that looks pretty. Oh my goodness. All right. Hey, what's up? Looks like we have some people jumping in, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started right now. Let me know in the comments. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Claude says, "Good luck, everyone," and let me know. Let me know where you're watching from. The state. What state? Chris says, "Good luck to all." So, put some comments in there. This is the live show. Let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. Let's roll. I got the hat right here. So as you guys are jumping in, I do have the J-Line shirt on. So J-Line and the J-Line experience for maximizing potential is our business coaching, our life, health, and business coaching. And that is where we have multiple streams of income through the J-Line network. And the J-Line network actually sponsored the cruise. So one of our businesses paid for the cruise and we're doing a fundraiser. So everybody that has given, it looks like, I just checked, there's 22 entries. That is a good chance. That is a good chance to only, it's 1 out of 22. Well, some people have more than one entry, but there's 1 out of 22. Somebody's gonna be a winner today. And so with J-Line, I wanted to thank everybody within the J-Line network. So just like the channel has partners or members, I should say, the Holy Roller YouTube channel has members, right, that support the channel. We also have the J-Line network that has partners that support the J-Line network so that we can coach and help people build multiple streams of income. And so anyway, that is our coaching business, and that's what we do. We also have multiple streams of income coming in. So thank you to our J-Line partners for making this cruise possible, making this fundraiser possible, because we're trying to raise money for a full-size crafts table for the channel, for the Holy Roller channel, and so that we can have that set up as part of the channel and part of, just really expanding the channel. So all the money that has came in for that is going to go towards our fundraiser for the craps table. And when you become a member of the channel, if you go to Holy Roller, the Holy Roller YouTube channel, it has join, and you could join and become a member for as little as $2.99 a month. $2.99, by the way, and you get the cruise dates that we're on. Everybody's going to know we're on this date, right? Because it's public. But there's dates every month that we're on a cruise, and our members know what cruises we're on. They get live streams from the cruise. When we're on cruises, we do a sell-away party for everyone, but during the cruise, our members of the channel, they get a lot more content during the cruises, including little tips and tricks that we don't share to the public. So with all that being said, thank you to our members as well for the Holy Roller YouTube channel. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do every single month. People are joining, people are giving, and so we usually try, if we're in town, we try to do on the third Thursday of every month, we do a live show. So this live show is the live show of all live shows, because somebody's going to get a cruise that's going to be with us. And I did want to say this just to make sure that everybody knows, because when a channel starts growing or starts getting some engagement, there may be people that act like they're me reaching out for, hey, fundraiser, hey this, hey that. Well, so that nobody gets scammed, I always want to make sure that everybody goes to holyroller.com. Okay, holyroller.com without the ER, holy roll and then R.com, right? Let me show you what that looks like. And holyroller.com is where you're going to find anything and everything that we're doing with the channel. So I'm never going to reach out to people out video, you know, unless we have a personal relationship. You know, you have my phone number or whatever, we talk, right? But I'm talking about like everything right here. Look, win a cruise. Go through the website. Whenever you do anything, go through the website, right? So there's the video. Now after this will go down and we'll have a monthly project, something monthly that we're doing. It's not always going to be a fundraiser or anything. It may be a giveaway, but we'll have a special video here. Probably after tonight, we'll put the member video up just for a couple days until another thing is out, probably at the beginning of next month, okay, or in next month. So this month is all about the cruise, okay, and the giveaway of the cruise. Now speaking of holyroller.com, I want to thank everybody that went and got yourself a dice tracker. Now this is able, and if you've seen it, you can track your goals for the cruise, keep track of your points, how much you need, your bankroll. There's also boxes where you can track like come outs or write the numbers or how many 0.7s out there were, all kinds of different things you can track. Thank you for everyone that has got and also given me some really good feedback of how much you guys like this. Thank you so much for doing this. You know, I put it together because people wanted it. And people actually got it, and I actually use it too, so it's pretty amazing. So I used to use just a plain notebook, and you can, but the pocket-sized book, it has everything written in there, so you don't forget, and it's really awesome. So that's that. And then if you also, now that supports, but if you also wanted to support the channel, you probably see that there's merch there as well. And I have the hat here. There's other hats, by the way, but this is Let's Roll hat. And then I have right here, I have some of the shirts. Now, some people have said, and I made sure to get the best quality that I can get. So this isn't like just any kind of shirt, you know, but they are, how much are they? I don't know. I think they're like 25 bucks or something. So, and our members get it on the shirts and the merchandise. There's a discount code in our member section. So if you're a member, you have a video that you could go to see how to get discounts on our merchandise here. So here's a Horn High Yo shirt. And then we have, what else do we have here? We have, there's some other ones here. Oh, the Horn High Yo, Let's Roll. Have that one here. Let's see. This one is the Holy Roller shirt. And then, yes, we do have Always Working, Cruising and Roll. And we have, here's Let's Roll. Sometimes I'll wear this Let's Roll with the Let's Roll hat on the last day of the cruise. And I tell people I'm in uniform. I'm in uniform. Light Cider, I love to wear my Light Cider shirt when I'm playing Light in the Darkness because I'm on but I have a shirt that says Light Cider on it. There is also a Dark Cider shirt as well. Anyway, I have fun with the shirts. And so anyway, with all that being said, there's where you could go check out the merch there. Now, as far as a J-Line shirt or one of our other pieces is right here in the white. I know it's probably hard to see, but it's Resound. Resound Design is one of our businesses. It's our t-shirt business. So they actually make the shirts for the Holy Roller website. And so, but if you have more designs with the R bracket, which stands for Resound, by the way, stands for Resound, and Resound means to share your passion with the world, and that's why we say be loud enough to echo, be loud enough to echo, let it resound, and share your passion with the world. So with that, resound.design, all kinds of designs with the R in the bracket. So that's where Holy Roller came from, is the bracket. It's to resound. I'm very passionate about craps and cruising. And many of you heard the story about the name Holy Roller. So, and then it does say become a member of the channel. So this will take you straight to becoming a member of the YouTube channel. So anyway, with all that being said, I think everybody that's here and that wanted to be here is, I've been doing all the commercials and stuff. So let's go over. I want to read some names just so everybody knows the people that are here, okay? And it's pretty much closed as far as like people can't jump in now. So it's 22 entries. So if you've given like if you went to the website right now and gave I should have said that and do that because I can't put you in because I have no way to. Well, I do have a way to check. I might check one more time, but if you did, let me know, and then that way I can add you. But I have to check. So anyway, let me read off some of these names so that you can make sure that you can. Man, is the video is the internet working fine? I feel like I just lost a bunch of people. So anyway, is the internet working fine? I hope it is. Hey, can somebody? Hey, can somebody go on to my channel and make sure my feed is right? Oh, internet is fine right now? Okay. Oh, Ryan, okay. I have two different internets right now, and I'm using both of them. Well, I was using both of them, but man, it's been a little choppy. Man, I don't even, let me see what internet I'm on. Well, that, okay, hold on just for a second. It says I'm on the right internet, at least for here. So, man, okay, it's okay now? Okay, oh my goodness. All right, well, I hope we get through this. So let me read off some names and make sure you're on the list. If you have given and I missed you, you have to say something in the chat right now. Man, okay. Andreas, Chris M, okay, Chris R, Christopher, okay, just I think yesterday, Christopher, Claude, and this is in alphabetical order, okay, Daniel, David, M, Gary, John K, Justin, Kristen, Nicole, Ryan C, Ryan, William should be in there. Okay, let me see. Okay. Sorry, we started with Justin or Nicole. Ryan C, Sheila, Sheldon has 2 entries, and Timothy has 4 entries, Timothy, and then Travis. And then I think, William, did I miss yours? Okay. Or was it under other? Was it under? Whoa! I accidentally spun it. This doesn't count. This is an accident. Don't even look. Oh my goodness! Don't even look. Don't look. Look. This is not the winner. This is not the winner. Oh my goodness. Well, at least we know that the spinning works. Okay. Okay. So. And it's getting dark outside. When I set this up, I only had this light working because there was a lot of light coming in. And so now it's kind of turning into one day there was, it's story time at the fire. It's a campfire story time right now. All right, let me add William in there. Let me see, was it? There's not more than one William, so we'll just put William. No, not with the last. Let me see. Okay, there's a William in there now. Okay. All right. Let me check the chat and make sure I didn't miss anybody else. All right. The internet that I had when I was doing, before I had all this choppiness, it would just drop out. It would just drop out randomly. And it would it wouldn't be choppy, it would just stop. It would just freeze or whatever. And then it would go on, I had to do some of my lives like on cellular, which might be better. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here, let's shuffle this. We're gonna shuffle now. So we're shuffling these up, okay? Shuffling them up, and then, so they're in alphabetical order or anything. And then we're gonna go ahead and hide the names, and and we have the wheel. Okay, so again, let's see. We have our there's the so anyway, we're almost ready. We're almost ready. I wanted to say thank you. Amber also wanted to say thank you. She's working on something right now, so she couldn't be here. She's up in the room. Maybe she's watching. Maybe she'll say hi in the chat. I don't know. But anyway, she and myself again wanted to thank everybody for this. This has been awesome. It's been certainly great to get to know people and meet people on our cruises. And this is not just for members, because some people that aren't members, they happen to be on the cruise and they're like, whoa, you're here, you know, and we get to meet people that know the channel. They just didn't know we were going to be there. And it looks like he is in Alaska right now from the Quantum of the Seas in Skagway. Man, I'm so jealous. Just a few weeks, I'll be there. I'll be there, and I'll be on the Ovation. But anyway, no, the thing about the view in Alaska, people always say, what's your favorite port? What's your favorite port? And we've been all over the Bahamas and the Caribbean. And I always say I really like St. Martin, you know, in the Eastern Caribbean. But people say, what about Alaska? Alaska is like a whole different. Alaska is always number one for me, and I've done it twice, and this is gonna be time. So anyway, when I went to Alaska the first time, all I wanted to do was get back to Alaska, and then I went back to Alaska. So getting to Alaska is pretty awesome. So anyway, with all that being said, I wanted to. It's been great to meet people and I feel like become friends. And the place that we can really connect even more than we do on the channel is the Facebook group called Holler Cruising Club. Okay, so if you're on Facebook, go over to Holy Roller Cruising Club and join there. You know, it's an open group. It doesn't cost money. But when people from our channel and from our community are going on a cruise, they make an event of it, and you can know how many Holy Roller Cruising Club members are going to be on the cruise. And it's great because you guys have been meeting each other and playing together and you know, modifying different strategies and different things. And, you know, that's why there's so many different variations of the light and the darkness, is because sometimes you have to switch, you know, based on what the table's doing. You can switch, you can kind of do a different strategy or whatever. But having questions answered in that group, but mainly it's just everybody connecting, sharing stories, sharing pictures. That's probably what Andrew would do. He'll share a picture when he gets back, probably in the Facebook group of some pictures from Alaska, you know, and I'll do the same as well. Get over there on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Some people have said, are you going to do TikTok? Are you going to go over on TikTok? Maybe someday if I can get somebody to do that for me, I will do it. I think managing the channel, the YouTube channel, plus the Facebook group, although we do have great moderators and people that help out with the channel and with the Facebook. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. I have other businesses and other stuff that I run as well. So I'm doing everything I can, you know, doing everything I can. So yeah, can't compare Alaska to anything else. That is true. That is true. All right, so let's get into it. It's been 20 minutes. Why not? Why not get to the drawing where we're gonna see who wins this cruise? Now, this cruise is a 5-night Western Caribbean, and the video that's on the website says what it's Western Caribbean. Western Caribbean always means Mexico. It might be Belize. I don't think we're going to Belize, but I know we're going to Mexico. It's a 5-night, so we're probably going to, I'm just guessing, Cozumel and Costa Maya and maybe Roatan, Honduras. I could be wrong, but but it's probably somewhere like that, okay? So, but it is Western Caribbean, and it is on September 30th through October 5th. So be looking for some news on that coming out. After we get back, we'll have videos from that trip as well. But somebody's going to be there, and whenever people are there with us, I'm always available to make sure that they know everything they need to know to get their free cruise offer. And I do share tips and things on our member only channel. But if we meet in person, I'm not afraid to, share some of the secrets to make sure that you maximize your points and your experience while you're on the cruise. So if ever we meet or ever we're on cruise together, know that that's part of it. And being that that's part of it, a lot of times people say, what is the levels of the membership? There's this level where people can go with you for like $1,000. It is $1,000, and it includes the taxes and port fees and all that. It's almost like this package that costs $1,000. Now, that's for members, and they give a certain amount per month, that $1,000 package. Well, I'm thinking about offering a $2,500 package with this, where you come. So this right here is worth about $2,000, but I'm thinking about adding where we can actually bring people, and anybody that's watching the channel would say, hey, I would like to go with you. How much does it cost? For $2,500, which is about the same price that they would pay for a cruise anyway, I'm thinking about putting a package together where for $2,500, you would be able to go on a cruise with us, get the coaching and everything to make sure that you leave with another free cruise and some points and stuff. And listen to this, and have a $1,000 bankroll, because some people are like, $2,500? What are you doing with that money, Brian? Well, we've done this before for like $1,000 or $1,500 for people. And then I said, okay, let's go play. And they're like, well, I don't really have that much. I have $300. And I'm like, well, I can't do it for $300. You need at least $1,000. And so they're like, well, I don't have it. And so I felt like I took people on cruises, gave them the experience, but they didn't have the bankroll, right? So because they didn't have the bankroll, I decided to put bankroll into the price. So in other words, $2,500 includes the coaching, the getting everything done, together. We have dinner together each night. But we don't do everything together, but we do have dinner together. We play craps together. I make sure that everything you need to know, I take you around and show you step by step how we do it. From what you probably could learn some of it from the channel, but also having a $1,000 bankroll as part of that cost. And then I pretty much to you there, because I've also had people say, oh, I'll bring it. And then they get there and they're like, oh yeah, I couldn't bring it. Something happened. And I'm like, okay. So we have in the past, we've brought in I want to say times people that went and didn't get a free cruise. And the main reason why, there was two main reasons why. Number one is they didn't have the bankroll. And I say at least $1,000, right? Bring $1,000 and I could probably pretty close to guarantee that you're going to get a free cruise if you have $1,000. And that's one thing. This is the other thing that causes them not to get the free cruise. They don't go to the casino and play. They're like, oh, I booked this show and I have that show and I'm gonna go see the comedy. I'm gonna go over here and it's like you have to put in not only budget money, but you have to budget time in the casino to make sure. And you might say, well, how much time? I mean, I think a lot of times people, they go to the show, they go to this, they go to that. It's like, hey, from 10 to 2, 4 hours, or 3 hours. 3 or 4 hours a night on the first couple nights, be at the casino. And you could get there at 10, late after the show or whatever, or 9, however you want to do it. But plan on 3 to 4 hours per night on the first couple nights. And then you'll be able to see, okay, I'm going to make it or not. And then, and Gary does that too. I feel like you need 3+ hours per night. Yeah. 3 or 4 hours. Now that's because we're doing craps. Craps may take a little bit longer, and you could do it probably twice as fast, and maybe if you had twice as much money or actually an unlimited bankroll, you could just go to slots and press the button and get your points fast, but it's probably half as fast. So if you want to do 2 hours a night and press the button and spend like $5,000 to get a $2,000 cruise, play slots, you can do that. But if you're at the craps table, which is a lot of entertainment, you got to make it part of the entertainment and the cost. And so one of the things we always do this night is we see when the casino's open, and then we put it into our schedule when we're going to be in the casino. More casino time, more casino time. So there's that somebody put on the Facebook group where it says no more cruises, and it's like, no, I said no more cruises. So it's no more casino time. No, more casino time. That's what we to do when we go. And just to make sure, so most of the times after the first 2 to 3 sessions, now with 800 points, it's like the first or second session, we make sure that we get the points needed at the very beginning of the cruise, so that we're not last night trying to scramble and see if we're going to win a cruise or not, or get enough point cruise. And so if there was a third thing, that would be it. One time, it was the last night of the cruise, and they came to me and they said, hey, I have $150 left. It was like 8 o'clock at night on the last night, and they have $150. And I go, well, I don't think you win a free cruise, but maybe we could win some money. Let me show you. And so they got to the craps table. They ended up walking away with $300, doubled their money. And they said, man, why wasn't I here the whole time? Why wasn't I'm like, I don't know why you weren't here. I was here. I don't know where you were. Well, I wanted to see the show, and I was with the, that's how it goes. So with all that, let me see what Gary says. I like the table when they have it open and there's one table on the smaller ships. I hate getting stuck waiting for a spot. Yeah. So most of the time on the first couple nights, I try to get there early and be there right when it opens. That gives me an idea of how many craps players are on this cruise. I was on the Utopia recently, and there was one night, I actually posted it. There was one night where it was like 8 o'clock, and there was one guy on the craps table. And I'm like, what is happening here? Where is everybody? Because there were more people there. And by 10 o'clock, it kind of filled up. But usually, I would say 10 to midnight is the busy time, right? But it's also the most fun, and that's where you can get a lot of points. It does take a little bit longer because they're paying out everybody's bet because it's really full. But you also have a chance to not just sit there and roll by yourself. Some people like rolling by themselves. Like, I wouldn't mind rolling by myself, but I also like taking a break. If I'm rolling by myself the whole time, I get tired. I like to have a little break. So if I had like a perfect case scenario would be only one side of the table open and 4 people. Like, that would be my best. That's what I would do. 4 to 6 people on one side of the table and the other side of the table closed. I would love that. But anyway, so let's get to the drawing. Let's see who's going to win this. Let's see who's going to be there. The other thing about, and I'm reading some of these, my shift is 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Yeah, usually after 10. I have. You guys remember that song way back in the day? Maybe you remember this song. It goes, "The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night." That's the way I feel sometimes at the craps table. I'm like, oh, is it chaos hour already? Oh my goodness, it's chaos hour. All right, let's do the drawing. Speaking of chaos, let's hope this internet works. And let's get this thing spinning. And let's see who wins this thing. All right, so here's the wheel. Here's the wheel. Let me just do this. And then I was going to try to zoom in, but I think that'll be good. It is kind of dark. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. I'm going to spin. I hope this works. Let's spin it. and let's see who wins the cruise, 5-night Western Caribbean, with Amber and I, and we will have dinner every night, so you don't have to, but it'll be free dinner at the. I'll pay for dinner at the main dining room, meaning I might get you a drink with my drink package. How about that? All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. And is it spinning? Yes, it's spinning. All right, here it is. This is it. This is it. There's no more redos. It is, oh my goodness, it stopped on John K. John, congratulations. And if you're watching or if you're here, I always told people they don't have to be here because I will let you know via email. So I will, if you're not here, I didn't see you check in. Congrats to John K. He really wanted that. If I told you the story, oh my goodness, if I told you the story, maybe he'll share the story. I don't know. But John K., congratulations on that. And you know, some people would say, bummer, right? Bummer, I didn't win. But the thing about this is, everybody's a winner because everybody's supporting the channel, and this will help the channel get better and have a craps table very, very soon. So that so thank you so much everybody that has given towards this fundraiser. I'm not going to be doing fundraisers like all the time. I just thought it was something, we've done this a lot, and so I thought like where we've done a lot of fundraisers, but we never raised money for ourselves. Like with Craps for the Cure, if you're familiar, every year for the last several years, we've given away cruises for Craps for the Cure, and we raised money that way. And so I decided to raise money for the channel this year. We're still going to be a part of Craps for the Cure in October. That's going to be coming up soon. And so Craps for the Cure is going to be raising money for veterans. And so anyway, that's a whole nother video. But right now, that's this fundraiser, and I want to thank you all very much for doing that. I want to answer any questions or any comments since we are live. I will say one thing that we always do is we do update. We're over 6,100 and something. So we're actually, it might be more actually, but we're over 6,000 subscribers. I'm not sure how many members there are, but there's a lot of members, and so thank you so much. And so yeah, next time I want to roll on that new table. Yeah, since I'm in Colorado. I know. The thing is, Amber keeps saying, where are you going to put that? I'm like, I'm going to put it where my table is now. And she's like, but won't it be bigger? I'm like, it might be bigger, but we have a foosball table in the garage. We have a treadmill or workout place. We have weightlifting. We have all kinds of stuff in the garage. And I'm like, I can put something in storage. Like, you know, we have a ping pong table. It's only a 2-car garage, but still, we have a lot of stuff in that garage, and I can move some stuff around or maybe even sell some stuff as part of, if I don't make enough to get it with this, which with only 22 people, you know, we're trying to raise about $3,000. So a little bit, because a portion of everything that people give with the merchandise, every time you buy something, like when you get one of these right here, a dice tracker, you know, a portion of all the proceeds goes towards raising for the channel. I got some lights. I should have put up more lights, but I have them in the garage over the table right now. And so we have the lights, we have the microphones, we have the internet that we've been trying to get better. But everything that comes in for the channel gets to the channel, which is really nice because one of the goals was that the channel would pay for itself. And so the channel right now is really close to paying for, well, it definitely pays for the taxes and port fees when we go on a cruise. And then one of the things I try to do with the bankroll is, and the bankroll is not included with, so the money play on the table doesn't come from the channel. So that's a separate income that comes in from one of the other streams of businesses that we have. So but if I win, with the bankroll. I have a percentage, and maybe I'll do a video about that sometime, because I have a percentage that goes, oh, and that is MJ giving $10 super chat for the table. Thank you so much, MJ in the house. Coming through. Everybody give that a like. If you're here live, give that a like. The craps table in the dining room, for me, hey, I've already talked to Amber about it, and I might have been able to get away with it, but I'd have to put our current table like top over it, but then it would be a higher table, so I'd have to get all 2 chairs. But it's doable. It's doable. It might happen. Table fun. Gary, thank you so much. Giving another $10 for the table fun. Thank you so much, Gary. I really appreciate it. Everybody give that a like as well. These are members of the channel here that already give, and they're giving more. And I hope that I do on the channel is actually providing value. I believe it is. I believe it's providing a lot of value for people, and hopefully. Sorry. See, that's what I was afraid was going to happen. I hope that everybody is getting good value out of everything that they do. You know, like, thank you so much that you're giving towards the craps table. For those that support the channel, like I said, all the money that comes in for the channel pays for the taxes and port fees, but it doesn't pay for the flights yet. It doesn't pay for any Uber or transfers that I have to pay for. Thank you, Chris. Chris gave $10 for the craps table as well. You guys are so kind. This is amazing. I have 10 comped cruises until March because of your channel. So yeah, maybe you saved a little bit of money. Well, you probably would have went on 10 cruises, but it doesn't pay for camping. Ryan, oh my goodness. Ryan saw me the day after we were camping. I was like, that's the most horrible experience ever. Another $10 for the craps table fun. You guys are amazing. I can't believe this. Thank you so much. Wow, this is amazing. But what the channels pay for is a portion of it goes towards buying more equipment, more stuff for the channel to make the channel better. But it also goes towards the taxes and port fees, so we could get to the cruise to make the content, right? The cruise is already, comped. All we have to do is pay taxes and port fees, but it doesn't pay for the flights or the transportation to get there. So what I try to do is, with my bankroll, I try to win enough to pay for that kind of stuff. So if ever I'm winning, and I win at the craps table, which happens not much, it does happen, but I a lot of times just break even. And I think I told you guys, oh, is that Claude? Claude, another $10 super chat. Give a thanks, give a like. Oh goodness, that is amazing. That's a super chat you guys are doing, and for those of you that aren't or have never given before, when I'm live, you can do super chat. Next down thing, there's like a $sign. But also on other videos that you watch, there is what's called super thanks. And I think about a week ago, somebody watched a video and they gave $2. It was like $2, and they said, "Hey, thanks for this video." And I was like, "Wow, that's amazing! It was awesome." Tyson with the $10 as well. Are we trying to raise the fund for the craps table tonight? I don't know how much I have altogether. I think it's right about $600 the last I checked, but that was last month, and more money has come in since. And that's Rubber Toe with 10. Oh wow, this is amazing. Give that a like. Give that a like. Thank you, Tyson. Man, table fun. You're the funniest. Love the content. Love the content. Thanks, Rubber Toe. I try to have fun, and I want to do something that's fun. It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel. It's great, and the community, and like I said, meeting the people. Wow, yeah. So, anyway, it's been great. So, whenever I'm at the table, I had $4,000 that I started. Well, I started with. Believe it or not, I started with it was $600 that I had grown to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I got it up to 4,000. I actually got it up to 6,000. But so I keep my bankroll for the cruises separate. I got it up to $4,000, and I used that same $4,000 for over a year. And sometimes it went down to 3, then it went up to 5, then it went back to 4. Like, so I was just fluctuating. But then I thought, man, what I should do is just have a cap where I start every time, and anything above that should pay for like the transportation or the flights and all that. So we started doing that. However, then I went on one cruise, and I don't know if you saw this video. It was the Harmony of the Seas. The video is called Lessons Learned. And from that $600 that grew to $4,000 in one 7-night cruise, Harmony of the Seas, I lost $4,000. That was my biggest loss. But I always say you can't lose if you win a free cruise, which doesn't feel good when you lose $4,000, because I got a cruise that was worth $4,000, so I pretty much prepaid for the cruise. Is that another $25 or $20? Okay, I see $20 coming in for the table, and thank you so much, Wayne, in the house coming in. So this is turned out to be great, but I wasn't expecting this. This is awesome. I don't have another cruise to give away, but I will hopefully now someday soon have a table. The goal for having the table is by my birthday, which is at the end of November. And some people know, our members know, that we're doing a birthday cruise. So we're by the birthday cruise, we're actually, there's a lot of people coming on the birthday cruise, and we'll probably fill up the craps tables. It's going to be great, and we're going to try to raise enough, like that cruise. I'm going to try to raise enough and win the difference for the craps table. If we don't get there by then I'm going to try to win whatever that's going to be our win goal. Like, we're not going to try to win a cruise. We're going to try to win enough money for the craps table. And some people would say, yeah, $3,000, I can win $3,000 at the craps table in one session. But the way I play pretty, you guys have seen it, pretty conservative. I do attack a long roll and try to make some money. But a lot of times it brings me back. Like, I'll lose a couple hundred, then I'll win a couple hundred, and then I'll lose a couple hundred, then I'll win a little bit more, and then I'm up, But man, Andrew, you could be on the birthday cruise. I hope you know when it is. You should know when it is. You should know. Maybe you can't be there, I don't know. But the birthday cruise is going to be awesome. For those that are members, right after the birthday cruise, I'm spending one night in the hotel, not camp, one night in a hotel, and then we're getting on another cruise for a 4-night cruise right after that. So I think that information is in the member section. So we're going to be on 2 different cruises, and then we're actually going to a resort, and that's all in that video too. So we're going to have a couple weeks of birthday celebration there at the end of November. So make sure to be, if you're a member, go to the channel so you can see the November, December cruises, because that's when the birthday cruises are, No more camping. Oh my goodness. I was going to do a video, but it was I did a live for the members, I think, but I was going to do a video just documenting the experience, and it was so bad. I'm like, I'm not doing a video. This is too bad. This is bad, because it was raining, it was hot, it was humid, and I mean, I literally in the middle of the night, I couldn't sleep. I literally went and slept in the hammock. And you might say, oh, sleeping in the hammock, that must have been great, just in a hammock. No, it was raining, but it wasn't hot. It wasn't cold rain, but it was raining. And I had the hammock I have has like a cover over it. So I just like covered it, and I'm like there, and I woke up and I was bit up from all the mosquitoes. Oh my gosh, it was the worst experience ever. New shirt idea here for the long roll. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what I should do? I should have one that says Monster with the R, Monster, and then roll or something like that. But long roll, I'm here for the long roll. Yeah, that would be. See, I always come up with, you guys come up with great ideas, and I always get inspired when I'm on here. Long roller, that's too much pressure. Joe, you could do that because we've seen your channel and we've seen how you have some longs. But let me tell you, on a cruise, you put long roller, everybody's like, really? And let me tell you, if it's graded on a curve, if you roll 5 times, you're a long roller. On a cruise, if you roll 5 times, you're a long roller, man. Let me tell you. That's what I was telling people. I'm like, you don't get it. The main reason why I came up with the light and the darkness strategy is because people don't know how to roll, and or even if they do, it's just weird. It just there's rarely long roll. Like usually every cruise I'll have a long roll, but some, like this last cruise, I went one night. I rolled, and this was hours, by the way, because the table was full, and it came around. I rolled 4 times in like 4 hours, so it's an hour each roll. I 0.7'd out 4 times in a row. Oh my goodness, I think that was the last night before the last night or whatever. So then the last night comes around, and it's time for me to roll, and this is when I have the mono roll like crazy, over 40 rolls. I should start counting my own. I count other people's, but I don't count my own. But a monster roll. But nobody was betting on me for a long time. No. Oh, Andrew had 25. See, 25-minute roll. That's okay. But on a cruise, like, you don't know. Like, I don't like people, like, no offense, Andrew. I know, I've seen you roll. I know you roll good. You and I, like, wrecked the table one time. Like, we were rolling back and forth, and you were rolling good, and I was rolling good, back and forth, and we were making some money. But the thing about timing, like, oh man, now I roll for at least 25 minutes or a half hour. Like, I never keep track of how long somebody's rolling, because the dealers are learning. And it is so slow sometimes. If you roll, and this is my joke, it's like, did you see I rolled for like 20 minutes? I'm like, yeah, I counted them. You rolled 10 times in that 20 minutes. You know, it's like, it's so weird how slow it goes sometimes on the tables, because people don't know how to bet, and then they're like, hey, you need to give me $2, give me this, give me that. Oh, wait, and they're like, wait a minute, where's my $1? I had $1 over there, and they're arguing over $1. And then I'm like, is that really worth it? I mean, you have $50 on the table, you're arguing over $1, stopping the game, you get your dollar, so then you're fine, and then the 7 comes, and you lost 50. It's like, hey, good thing you argued and haggled that $1, because now you're only down $49. There you go. So, seems like the motion of the ocean allows the few rolls between the 7s. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe if the ocean is choppy, there's a choppy table, choppy seas, choppy table. Maybe that should be a new thing. It's like choppy seas, choppy table. No, not really. I don't know what it is. I think a lot of times it's the inexperienced rollers or craps players in general, because I mean, they'll take the dice and they'll throw them, and they won't even land on the table. And they're like, they say, hey, they must hit the back wall. And a joke that we always say, we always point at the back wall, and we're like, that back wall, not that back wall, you know, pointing to the back of the casino, you know, because sometimes people are just like, anyway, one time, this last cruise, it had to be probably 7 times that they rolled 1 out of 7, meaning they had like 3 no rolls because it didn't hit the back wall, then it hit the chips, then it went off the table, then they got a point established, then they rolled another 3 times or 4 times that were no rolls. And I looked at the dealers, I'm like, hey, is there any time when you guys actually pass dice if they can't roll it? I mean, do you pass the dice? And then it was like the 7 came anyway, and I'm like, oh, they got 1 point, 7 no rolls, and a 7. You know, it's like, oh my gosh. So what's wrong? A long roll. Usually I see 1 long roll per 7-day cruise. Long roll is 25 plus rolls. Yeah, man. I enjoy it when I hit it, but I don't care who hits it. Hit it. Like on the day before, on the cruise before somebody else hit it, and it was, or maybe it was on the Wonder of the Seas. Wonder of the Seas, they hit it, and I was like happy. I made like $700 on their roll, just on their roll. So, and I start with breaking even after the first roll, but I start low and I press, collect, press, collect, press, collect. So to make $700, it had to be a really long roll. And again, he's like, hey, do you think that was a long roll? I'm like, yeah, that was a long roll. He goes, how long was it? Like, do you think it was 30 minutes, 40 minutes? I'm like, yeah, the time doesn't matter. It matters how many rolls, how many rolls. So Ron's going to be there on our my birthday cruise. So that's awesome. So yeah, 500 plus, Andrew, 500 plus, 25 minutes. We'll say 25 minimum. That's what you meant. You meant 25 minimum. It was 25 rolls. You know what I mean? All right. The other thing, let me tell you, because I do these on the lives, and I'm gonna be done really quick right now. After I say this, I'll be done. But one thing I'm really having a passion to do is really try to gather with other YouTubers. So I don't know if Joe's still here from Craftsmaster Journey, but I want to gather with other YouTubers and get some common beliefs together. Yeah, Joe, some common beliefs together so that when we say something, know what it means. Like, for example, right now there's two kinds of buffalo bets. Like buffalo, they give me a buffalo, and on a cruise a buffalo means a certain thing, but then other people, like in Vegas and other places, they said, what kind of buffalo is it, this one or that one or whatever. Now that's just a small example, but there's other things, like example would be that people wouldn't talk about how many minutes they roll, but they would talk about how many rolls, not minutes, because that can vary. I mean, if there's only two people on the table and they only have to pay two people and you're rolling for 20 minutes, you probably roll 4 times or 5 times as many rolls as somebody that rolled 20 minutes on a full table. Does that make sense? So I'm coming up with common vocabulary of what we mean when we say kind of thing. And so I want to talk with a lot of the YouTubers to come up with something like that where we can kind of agree. Now I know there's a lot of disagreement whether dice control versus dice influence versus random, and it's all random and all that kind of stuff. But I think having something that we can actually agree on, like a controlled shooter. Many people know this, but people don't. A controlled shooter doesn't mean they can control what number they're going to roll. And when people hear that they're a controlled shooter, they think, well, if they're a controlled shooter, then they should be able to control hitting the number they want to hit, and they should be a millionaire. That's what people always say. Well, it's not about controlling what number hits. It's that you're controlled in your shot. You're not grabbing them, shaking them, and throwing them off the table. You're more controlled, disciplined, and set, and you practice so that you could be a controlled shooter. But then there's also these dice influencer. They say, okay, what's an influencer? Can you influence the dice? I thought it was random. So finding out what are we talking about when we say dice influence or dice control or random. Isn't everybody random? So anyway, finding out kind of coming up with, here's this. I'll probably do some videos on it once I could talk with everybody, or maybe even like Joe was saying, we get together and we do a video together discussing that. And so one of my passions is to really kind of talk about that, talk about some common ways or things that would be common etiquette. Like some people don't care whether you buy in when the puck is on or not. And it's usually the people that are buying in. Other people have no clue what's going on, so they don't know. But the purpose of not buying in when the puck is on is that you're in the middle of a game. And so nobody would really, in the middle of a basketball game or a middle of a volleyball game, they wouldn't just go on the court. They wouldn't step up to the court and say, hey, what's up, guys? Pass me the ball, or here I am to play. because the game was on. Let the game finish or the round finish and then jump in, you know, so, something like that, you know, just having some common things. See, Isaiah? Yeah, text me tomorrow if you want about it. Maybe we could do that. But anyway, like I said, I was going to say that. I could go crazy on rant about it, but I'm really passionate about trying to get everybody on the same page when it comes to at least what can we agree that this means this, or you know, having some type of dialogue where when somebody says something, we're talking about the same thing. That's mainly what I would like to do. I'm kind of passionate about that. So that's my resound. Let me resound with that. Let me resound with that. So anyway, thank you so much, everybody that's been here, everybody that's watched, everybody that's given for the fundraiser and given during this live stream. And if you're watching this later, you can go to the Super Thanks and give as well. Thank you so much. I don't want to be the type of person that's always asking for money or trying to sell a product or whatever. But the main thing about it is our livelihood sometimes. Like, in order for this to work, there needs to be some type of income, some type of funding. And so the way I run my life and my businesses is that each thing has to be able to pay for itself. And so it has to have, it's a business plan. It becomes a business and it has to have some type of income. And so I'm not going to be asking for money all the time and all this. I do have some partnerships with the J-Line where I can promote some of the businesses that we do. If somebody wants to purchase from that, J-Line or ourselves, our businesses would actually benefit. And because the channel is talking about J-Line, then J-Line would give towards the channel. Because right now, that's basically how we started the channel, is our other businesses came in and gave to make this channel happen. So the channel's kind of barely getting on its feet to be able to pay for itself. It's great. And that's kind of why we did this big push, try to get the craps table. Once we get that, I feel like we have almost everything we need for a high quality show. I mean, don't get me wrong, I try to do the best quality, but I know it could be better. It could be better. So, anyway, I want to thank everybody for everything. And Amber does too. Amber is so appreciative, and Amber, she'll probably be on one of my next lives. So I wanted to say thank you very much. And again, you know, it is, I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya. Amber is, oh, you're right.